So in this video, I will tell you about the process if you have applied for the job at Amazon. So now let's get started. What happens after you apply for a job at Amazon? Now, fasten your seatbelt because I will tell you entire process. Okay, so the Amazon hiring process takes anywhere between 2 to 6 weeks, so you have to be patient. Don't be in a rush that you will apply and then you will get the result. No, it doesn't work like that, because the recruiters go through each application in detail to choose the best candidate for Amazon. So if you make it through the online application, this is what you can expect next. So let me tell you what are these steps. Now, the first and very important step is assessment. Amazon assessments are used to gain a better understanding of you as a candidate, because a resume can only reveal a some amount of information, but Amazon want to know it in detail. Okay, so Amazon's assessment judge how you deal with the situations in real time. So depending on the position you apply for, Amazon will ask you to complete an assessment with your application or contact you after you send your application. So Amazon, uses two different style of assessment to gauge your key characteristics. Okay, so they are work style assessment and work sample assessment. Let me first tell you about what is the work style assessments. So these assessments focus on Amazon's 14 leadership principles and can take up to 20 minutes to complete. So as the name suggests, work style assessment help to hire managers determine how you work. So you will be asked questions like which of the two statement I like for things to be clearly structured, or I look forward to the opportunity to learn new things, best describes you. So these kind of questions could be asked in the work style assessment to gauge what kind of person you are. Now let's talk about work sample assessment. So the number of tests and the format varies based on what profile a candidate is applying for. So the tests are virtual and can take up an hour to complete. So the tasks are designed to test a number of abilities and skills, such as it could be problem solving, prioritization, interpersonal skills. So depending on the role you apply for, you can be asked to write code, you can be asked to write answer customer queries, resolve logistic issues, interpret data, or multitask. So this is how work sample assessment and work style assessment is. Okay. Now, if you have applied online, so after those two assessments you have gone through, the time comes for interview. So basically Amazon interviews are behavioral based, okay, wherein you have to handle all the question based on STAR technique. I have already made one video on how to answer questions and interview questions, wherein I have talked a lot about STAR technique. You can watch STAR technique in many of my videos, whether it is how to mention your achievement in your resume, or how to answer questions at the time of interview. So STAR technique has always been very close to my heart, wherein it is mostly for the behavioral questions. So STAR here stands for situations, task, action, and result. So the interview is basically based on behavioral part, okay? And because the hiring managers want to know your past experience and how you tackled challenges, why you would like to be a part of Amazon, what motivates you to be a part of Amazon. So luckily they're not going to ask you any outlandish questions like if a plane was filled with Smarties and you had to empty it as fast you can, how would you do that? Not those kind of questions. But questions which are based on behavioral part. Okay, so now interviews could be of two type. One would be the phone interview, okay, telephonic interview. The second one would be the in-person interview. Now let's talk about phone interview. So before you dive into interview preparation, reach out to your Amazon recruiter contact and ask them what topics you need to be ready to discuss. And you can very easily do that. You can connect them on LinkedIn because they have been asked to be very active on LinkedIn. So you will get all the recruiters very active on LinkedIn if you talk about Amazon. Okay. So they will give you suggestions based on the role you are applying for, which will help you narrow down your research and only study the. Hey, hi everyone, welcome to Fresh Learning Academy.